We're here at Country on the Coast here in Portsmouth as part of Live in the Living Room, Country Chat with Dom and You Country podcast. I'm joined by the fantastic Two Ways Home. Hello, Lewis and Izzy.
Hello.
Oh, hello as well.
How are you both doing?
Yeah, we're doing great, thanks. Maybe we'll just hold it down.
Well, we are a duo, so I feel like you should have brought two microphones for us.
Well, I'm sure we'll kind of like do a bit of a in between.
I think it's fine there.
But absolutely incredible performances for us here on Live in the Living Room. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm looking forward to seeing you performing later on as well as part of Country on the Coast.
As are we. It's lovely to be here. You know, whenever you're at a festival in the UK and the sun's shining, I feel like we owe it to the British public to say, it's sunny here today, guys. So I'm just marking this for the record. The sun is shining.
It is.
The birds are singing. And the country music is playing.
Now, what we like to do here on Live in the Living Room is we like to throw things out and we like to go against the rule book. And what I want to do right now is bring in the Mr. Paul Adams from You Country podcast.
Hey!
They really actually tagged in there.
Hello to you. Yes, this is tag team Two Ways Home. There we go. It works every time, doesn't it? How you doing? This is the first time we've actually sat down and had a proper chat. So I'm going to ask you the very first question I always ask everyone: what makes you country?
Ooh.
A few small things.
A few small things.
I feel like we're just a little bit country.
We're a little bit.
I used to be a little bit country.
I think we're also a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah.
I feel like people usually say it's maybe harmonies.
Yes, I think like harmonies and the real instruments.
Nobody said that yet. That's the
So there
first
you go.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We play those real instruments.
Those real instruments.
There we go. Wait, so we were talking in the toilet. So we were saying
Some real behind the scenes stuff here.
You've been here to Country on the Coast before in the old dark times before COVID.
The light times, if
Times.
anything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. For country music in the UK, it's the light times
Oh,
now,
I
isn't
see
it?
what you mean. Yeah.
So So I mean, you've been out there. You haven't played yet to the audience, but how has it differed from what you remember then to how you see it now?
A lot more cowboy hats, maybe.
More hay bales.
Yeah.
A lot more people here.
Yeah.
It's good to see the people turning out. It's a lovely packed room in there. It feels lovely. And a lot of acts on the bill. Like there's a bunch of acts that we know, a bunch of acts that we don't. It's great to see like the new wave of country acts coming through and looking forward to playing alongside them.
Well, I'm glad you said wave, because what you do with a wave is you put your hand out and then you tag the next guy in.
Here we go.
See, we like to throw things out here on Live in the Living Room.
In as well?
Yeah, wait. There's like 20 people back here.
Now, in terms of music, you've had a fantastic, so many years now in the country music scene, particularly here in the UK and around the world. You've done tours everywhere. And I want to talk about Hear a Heartbreak. A new single out now. What was the whole journey like? Bringing out Hear a Heartbreak, and are you going to be performing it tonight? In terms of set lists, what's the plans?
Hear a Heartbreak. How did we write this one? This was just a you and I special, I think, wasn't it?
It was. It's basically like about Schadenfreude.
It is about Schadenfreude.
Which is like, it means, well, probably people know what it means, but basically means like being happy for someone's misfortune.
Yeah.
And we were thinking, well...
Which is not something that we do, but we write about it.
Exactly. But I feel like there has been a few situations where we could see that people were kind of like happy about like people not getting a certain festival or something like that. And we're like, oh, that's kind of like a nice idea to write about. We always try and like come up with like weird ideas to write about, not like the classic like I love you, you love me kind of thing.
You like to throw the script book out the wall.
Exactly.
And
there is quite a lot of songs about loving other people out there.
Yeah.
So maybe if we're going to write one of those, we try to do something a little bit more unique.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hear a Heartbreak and the latest single Casio just come out.
Oh,
and so I'm wearing a Casio watch.
Like
just get that in
Casio.
there. Two Ways Home are not affiliated by Casio watches or any other Casio instruments. But
smooth.
But maybe if they're out there and, they want to send us a few more, then we wouldn't be against that.
Although someone did say to me the other day, You should have called it "She Keeps Time Like a Rolex" because that would
Yeah.
have been a better
Ooh.
endorsement.
Yeah, if you got a few Rolexes, that would
Yeah.
have been sweet. But yeah,
I'm still very happy with Casio. Casio, if you are watching this, then we would like maybe a new piano as well and a set of watches. That would be fantastic.
yeah, because I recall on your socials you was giving away certain Casio watches as well.
Yes, we did.
So yeah, absolutely fantastic. And it's so quirky as well. I mean, I always remember growing up with a Casio watch, and obviously now everyone seems to have all these smartwatches and fandangles, but there's nothing better than a classic.
Well, this has a little light there.
Oh, look at that! That is just what you want. I mean, if the camera can see that, that is just
Fantastic.
beautiful.
It's just bright enough to light up the first number, so you know what hour it is.
Now, I've just got one more quick question, and it's to do with your merchandise. And it's got to do with a certain pair of socks, because I never, ever, ever see socks as part of a merchandise. And I think it is just incredible. Like, whose idea was it to come out with Two Ways Home socks?
I think it was a joint effort.
Yeah, we basically wrote this song called Feet on the Asphalt,
Yeah.
which has nothing to do with socks or even really feet that much, but
No.
we decided sock merch
Yeah.
might need to happen to go with that release.
Because shoes would have been a bit difficult.
Yeah.
So socks are better.
Although cowboy boot merch. No, that's something like, I feel like,
Down the line.
yeah.
But yeah, socks fit everyone.
Perfect. It's
You can
perfect.
put them on your hands, your feet, or your head.
Yeah.
wherever you
Yeah.
want to.
Exactly. You can make puppets out of them and everything. It's genuinely amazing.
There you go.
Now, I like to throw out the script book again, and I want to bring it back in. The Mr. Paul Adams.
Oh my word.
The Mister.
I'm getting
The
whiplash.
Mister.
I know.
This is what Tag Team Country is all about. I've got to say, I had that Casio watch in black as a kid. I kept buying them from Argos for $4.99, and I always destroyed them. But there we go. Sorry, Casio. That was how it goes. So, last question for you, and this is the one I always ask. You've done a lot of interviews. James loves this question. What is the one question you wish you'd been asked? Or we can have an awkward silence and just stare at James.
Let's do that until we think of the question. It's a question you wish you'd have been asked.
I don't know. It's
What's
really a hard one.
What's a question you wish you'd have asked us already?
What time does this interview finish?
I think it's pretty soon.
Oh, there we go.
High
We'll do that
five,
one.
team.
Tagged in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Two Ways Home. They've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for bearing with us. Sorry, James, but we love you really. We'll see you in a bit.